Are you like me and love having Christmas lights up, but hate having to get up on a ladder to put them up and take them down? Well, today we're going to look at these permanent Eaves lights to solve that issue. Let's get to it. What's up, guys, and welcome to TopShelf Media. So for those of you who have been here before, you might be saying, hey Mike, you've already done a video on the Lumary permanent Eaves lights. Why are we doing this again? And you would be correct, and you can check out that video if you want up in the YouTube card. But Lumary updated their permanent Eaves lights. These are their permanent outdoor Eaves lights max. And there was one change made to these that I'm really looking forward to, but I'm hoping there's some other ones once we actually dive in here. Now, I will not be installing these lights in this video. The reason is my wife and I are looking at potentially moving, so don't want to install these and then find out in 2 months that we're going to be moving. So we're going to hold off on installing these here for right now. I did show installation in the video I mentioned before, so make sure you go check that out if you want to see how they're installed. All right, let's see what we can find out from the box. Looking up here, these have all not really changed from the last version. Really anything the app could do before, it can still do now. Looking at the front of the box here, we can see that these are outdoor rated. They have RGB AI, which we'll get to here in a second. This is the thing that I'm probably most excited about, is this little symbol right here, this picture right here. They put a backplate on the LEDs, and I'll explain more about that later, but I'm really excited about that. Looking over on this side, none of this has really changed. We can do color temperatures, we can do 16 million colors, but over here we can see that it's 120 lights and it spans 158 feet, which I think the last version had 76 lights on it or something like that. So yeah, this one's quite a bit longer. Looking at the back, we can see our specifications as well as an email address for support should you need it. This is also where they talk about the RGB AI, and really all it's saying is it gives you the ability to independently control each LED, so that way each of them can be a separate color. And that's one update I was really looking forward to in this version. In the old version, you could update the lights in groups of 3. So the first 3 LEDs was one light, second 3, light 2, all the way down the line. And I was really hoping that they would change that and make it so each LED was individually addressable. Now, I haven't tested these yet, so I don't know that for a fact, but the box says I can. So how much does it cost to have all of these additional LEDs? Well, on Amazon at the time of recording this video, you could pick this up for just about $580. Now, let's dive in and see what you get in the box for that price. All right, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up here. Okay, so we got some paperwork, it looks like some instructions, and a little ruler. That's nice. I like that they included that. I made a jig to install it myself, or a little template to install it, so I probably won't use this, but that's nice that they include that. We also have our paperwork here, all of our instructions on how to add it to the app, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty straightforward. We'll walk through it here in this video. I'm assuming these 3 boxes are LEDs, so we'll get to those here in a second. Let's start here with, I'm assuming, our controller. Who knows what else is in here? Let's go like this. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. Okay. One thing I wish they would have included in the previous version, they included in this one. That's awesome. Extra 3M adhesive pads. That's awesome. Ooh, okay. These are the backers to the LED pucks. That's fantastic. They included extras of those. I love that. That is fantastic. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to using these, and I'm sure there's probably some on the LEDs. We'll get to those here in a minute. I'll kind of talk about them a little bit more, but these are fantastic. Looks like we got some screws and some mounts. Oh, we got more hardware here, it looks like. Yeah, some screws and drywall anchors. All right, we got our remote. Got a long power cable, it looks like. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, hold on. Oh, man. Are these have to be what I think they are. So these are, I'm sure, allowing you to jump from, if I'm at a lower level of my house and I need to span a gap up to an upper set of eaves, or, the soffit up above an upper window or whatever. This should allow me to do that. Now, at first glance, I can tell these are different connectors than the previous version. So you can't connect any of the old LEDs to this, it makes sense. But these are different connectors. These are awesome though. This is something that I messaged them about and said, hey, do you guys have these? Are these a thing that you guys can send out? And they said they didn't have these. And now they do. This is fantastic. So I got 2 of those, a short one, a longer one. I don't know their exact sizes. And then, ooh, nope, I got a third one right here. It's just attached to the power supply already. That's fantastic. Speaking of power supply, this thing looks huge. Oh yeah. Okay. That is a big power supply. I mean, it makes sense. It has to power a lot more lights than the previous version did. This power supply is way beefier than the previous version. Right now, I have it connected to my siding on my house with some 3M Velcro, and it's just attached to my house just to hold it up there, and that holds up just fine. I don't think that's gonna work with this one. This thing is big and heavy. It's very heavy. Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. It's got a lot of LEDs to run. So, speaking of LEDs, let's pull one of these things out. I'm assuming we got a couple bags in here. Looks like, yes. 2 bags? Yes, 2 bags. Okay. All right. Yeah, these are fantastic. Look at this. They have that new LED smell. Okay. These look fantastic. I really, ooh, that is a nice, there's like a nice satisfying like little click when you slide that back around there. Like I was saying, I'm really excited that they included these on the LEDs. I've contacted them in the past. I've had issues with some of my LEDs, just won't show the right color, especially in RGB is where the biggest issue is. The white LEDs seem to be fine. It's the RGB LED that they have a problem with. And it won't show the right color, or let's say a blue comes up and one LED just won't show blue. And it's not like the whole set of 3 doesn't show blue, it's just one single LED in that string. And it's happened on multiple different sections of the lights, like each one of these is a section. We have 1 section per bag, I guess, so 2 sections per box. And it happens on one LED, not on a group of LEDs. And so I've messaged them about it in the past, and they've sent me replacements. But the problem is then I have to go out there and pry the 3M adhesive off of my soffit, and it sticks really well, like surprisingly well. So pulling it off of there and then having to go up, remeasure, put it up, you know, and making sure that I keep them the same distance apart, because I'd hate to get them up there and be like that short of the next section and not be able to connect and have to pull them down again. So the fact that they included these, so that way if an LED does go out and they send me a new section of LEDs, I can just go out, unplug them, unclip them, and start just pulling them out, because you can slide these out either way. So it's not like you can put it in there and then if you put it in the wrong way, you're like not gonna be able to pull it out. No, you can slide these either way, in and out. And it's fantastic. I am so excited about these. It's gonna make putting up new LEDs, if one does go bad, putting up a new section of LEDs will be so much faster. All right, let's look at build quality. Let's start with the power supply, and this thing's beefy. I don't think there's much to be said about it. It is IP67 rated, so it's gonna be fine for being outside. Just don't let it be submerged in water. But you know, if it gets wet, chances are it's gonna be okay. Everything here looks great. I don't see any issues with the connectors going into any of the boxes here. This one here, this is the same heavy duty connector that they have on all these LEDs. Just make sure those are tight. This one was just a little loose when I was just messing with it. So make sure those are tight when you install them. But I think that looks pretty good. Not much to be said about these extension pieces. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it has something to do with power and some sort of amplifier. I have no idea. Don't quote me on that. I have no clue. But everything looks good. I don't see any issues. You know, there's no fraying or anything at the ends. I think it's really well built. I don't see any problem here. All right, now the LEDs. And same thing. I think these are really well built. They look really good. I mean, I got a little bit of excess glue sticking out right there on that one. I don't know if it's the same on any of the other ones, but we can check here real quick. Let's see. A little bit, but not terrible. So that's about the only thing I see as far as something they could have probably cleaned up, but I think that these look really good. Like I said, I'm super excited about these, as I've told you before. I don't see anything on here that looks alarming or makes me think that there will be an issue with these. I love the little subtle logo they put right there. That's fantastic. Although, however, I think once it's up there, I'm pretty sure it's upside down. But whatever. Yeah, I think as far as build quality goes, I think this looks really good. I'm really happy with this. Like I said, they included extras of these back plates. They included extra 3M tabs. They have mounting hardware and stuff for you. They don't have the same mounting hardware as they did in the previous version. I liked those a lot better, but this will work. I'm not too concerned with these. It looks like instead of the adhesive mounts that they had before that you could put on either side of the light, you were supposed to put like one every 3 lights and then do a screw one like on the other side or something. I can't remember exactly how it went. But it looks like they replaced them with these ones that you can screw and use the 3M adhesive on. In the previous version, when I installed them, I just used the adhesive ones. I didn't put any screws into my soffit, and it has held just fine. I haven't had any issues. But yeah, it looks like they've done this version of them now instead of what they used in the previous version. All right, we're going to go ahead here. I'm going to show you how easy it is to add this to the app. I have not added this one to the app yet, but all the other Lumary products are super easy to add, so I'm assuming this one will be too. And then we'll kind of go through the app a little bit and see what's different in this version compared to the one before. So let's do that right now. I am going to plug in the LEDs here. All right, a nice bright white color. That looks good. All right, I'm going to hit the plus button up here at the top of the app, hit add device, and it should, like I kind of assumed, discover it on its own. I'm going to hit add, put in my Wi-Fi information, and there it goes. It is adding to the app. Colors are changing, so I'm assuming it's working, and there it goes. It's done. I'm going to hit done. And it's pulling me in there. I'm going to say 120. We don't have all 120 connected right now, but that's okay. And it looks like we don't have 120. Oh, maybe? Okay. So, first thing I want to test here, that whole individually addressable thing. So can I change each light individually? Let's go color. Let's pick a light like, let's pick a color like blue. Okay, I can figure out how I paint each individual light here. It's new with this app. They don't have the same squiggly line that they did in the app before. So I wonder if I hit that single. Let's go green. And did only one change. Oh, man. Okay. That's fantastic. I am super excited about that. We have one green LED. Let's choose, let's see here. Let's go a red one and let's go number 5. Let's find number 5 right here. Heck yes. That is fantastic. You probably can't really tell it with me shining it in your eyes, but it is red. Looks purple with all the other blue lights, but it is red. That's fantastic. And just like that, it's easy to get into the app. Like I said, this is not a difficult process. And it looks like other than how they display each light here in the app, everything else seems to be basically the same. If we go in here, we can do scenarios, scenery. Here is some different scenes we can do. These look awesome. I'm excited for that. Let's do festival. Okay, they have a Halloween. Let's see what that looks like. Heck yeah, that's cool. Thanksgiving. Okay. The nice thing is they have the 3 dots. You can hit that and usually you can come in here, yeah, and you can change, you can DIY it, if you will, and go in and change the colors, change the speed, all that kind of stuff if you want. You can do that for all these. Let's check out a couple more. Let's see what Mother's Day looks like. What about Father's Day? Just some blues. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Now, Christmas is right around the corner at the time of recording this, so let's go ahead and hit Christmas, see what we get. That's awesome. That's really cool. Ooh, football day. Look at that. All right, we haven't done Forest Day. I think it's the only one we haven't done yet, so might as well throw that in there. Let's see what we got under mood here. just some different animation. I mean, they have a lot. Compared to the previous version, they have a lot more scenes in here. Let's check under life, see what we get. Holiday, just a slow fade between colors, okay. Working, just some white lights. Nice. Party, oh yeah, here we go. It's working, it's getting me in a party mood. You know, I've said before, some of these things are a little gimmicky, I feel, but I don't know, they're fun. They're fun to explore. My kids love selecting new color lights and new patterns and new animations and stuff on the ones we have. So they enjoy it a lot. Just like before, we can do music, we can do gaming. It's listening. I had to check. I had to stop talking to see if it went dark. It's listening to my voice right now. And so the lights are going to animate to the sound of my voice because it's the only sound in the room right now. So you can do all that in here. And then if you come over to the far right down on the bottom here, this is where you can do all your timing, your schedules, all that kind of stuff. So pretty straightforward stuff. I'm not going to show you how to go through it. If you want me to, I could probably do a YouTube short or something that explains how to do all that kind of stuff as well. But these, I'm really liking these LEDs. I think that they changed a few things here for this version. I'm going to turn it off of the animation one. All right, that's a lot better. It's not blinding me while I'm talking and just flashing and being very distracting. But I think that they did a lot to upgrade these. I am really happy with what they did in this version of these permanent Eaves lights. I think that these are fantastic. As long as the LEDs hold up, I think these are great. But like I said, even if they don't, they included that back plate that you can just slide the LEDs off, slide off that section, and slot in a new one. Because, like I said, I've had that issue with this previous version, and they've sent me replacements, but it's such a pain to install them. And the fact that I can individually change every LED. Fantastic. I could not be happier with this purchase. I love these lights. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I put some things on screen for you to go check out. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and I will see you in the next video.